So previously we mentioned that a customer that comes and buys from us on account, which means that they're going to buy something from us but pay us later, we would use the invoice window. So what happens when it's later and the customer now pays us? In that case, we're going to use the receive payment window. So in QuickBooks Online, the receive payments window is used to record the collection of accounts receivable from customers previously invoiced in the invoice window. The receive payments window displays all open invoices for a specific customer, and then payment can be in the form of cash, check, credit, debit card, e-check, etc. So now I'm going to give you a big warning. The receive payments window is designed only for collection of existing invoices. If you perform a service for a customer or sell a product to a customer and the customer pays immediately, do not use this receive payments window. Instead, use the sales receipt window. So when using the receive payments window, accounts receivable will be decreased, which means it's credited, by QuickBooks behind the scenes. Here's a journal entry that QuickBooks will enter behind the scenes. And notice we have an account called the undeposited funds account. The undeposited funds account is a cash account that represents cash and checks received from customers that have not yet been deposited into the bank. In other words, it's your cash register or some sort of a locked box in your office. So here's our task. On February 13th, 2028, Craig's Design received a $70 payment from Red Rock Diner for invoice number 1023, their check number 6544. So to enter this payment, we go to New, and then under Customers, we click on Receive Payment. And then we're going to choose Red Rock Diner. I'm going to tab down to the date field. And the date of the transaction is 02/13. I'm going to type 28 for 2028. Then I hit Tab, and it formats the date for me. And then here's all the various payment methods we could choose from. Now, this company chose to pay us by check. And the reference number, when this says check, the reference number means what's the check number. So that check number was 6544. And then down here are all the open invoices for Red Rock Diner. And according to our transaction, they're paying off invoice number 1023. So I just put a check mark here. When I do that, it pre-fills the payment with the full payment amount. If I needed to change this to a different amount, I could, like 35. But it is the full payment, so I'll put 70 in there. All I need to do is go down here and choose Save and Close. Now, if Save and Close is not on your menu, just click on this down arrow and it should appear. So click Save and Close. Now, if we want to go inspect the debits and credits on that transaction, all we do is we go back to the Customer section. To do that, you go to Sales, go down to Customers, then we go down to Red Rock Diner, which is right here. Click on them. And then here's your invoices, and then here's your transactions, and here's the payment that we just did, $70 payment. So I'm going to click on that, and if I want to inspect the debits and credits, I go down here to More, and then Transaction Journal. And I can scroll to the right, and we can see that the debit was the undeposited funds account. Remember, this is a cash account. In other words, it's an asset. So if it's an asset that's being debited, that means it's increasing. So the undeposited funds is an asset account that represents your cash register or some sort of a locked box. In other words, it's your cash and checks that have not yet been deposited to the bank. And then notice accounts receivable is going down with a credit. So behind the scenes, QuickBooks is adjusting AR for you because you use the receive payments window, and then we had chosen the undeposited funds account on that screen. And that's it.